some great speakers, some great information, and we have about 3 minutes for questions. I want to start it off asking both of these people. There's 320 people out here, and they've hung on to your every word, I'm sure, right? Yeah. And they want to know one thing. They have pen in hand and a paper underneath, and they're wanting to know what one action item can they take home with them after the meeting based on what you said. So, Christine, can you answer that question?
Is this on? Yeah. I would go out and read. There's some catch up to do, I think, by a lot of people in the industry. There were 2 reports that were put out about a couple of weeks ago by the Good Food Institute, which is one of the industry associations, one on plant-based and one on lab-based meat. It talks about their approach. It talks about a lot of the reasons behind the growth in the industry. I think they do a good job kind of outlining that. Again, you may not agree with the conclusion, but I think it's really critical to understand where they're coming from. So there's a lot out there to read, and so no one has a lot of time to do that. But that's a pretty quick way. Those are pretty simple to read, and they're recent. So you're not going to end up wasting your time with information that's old. So I think that would probably be where I'd start, and understanding really what's driving the industry. Think about your business, where your vulnerabilities are, but understand, who's coming for you. So be informed and have a plan.
Yeah, I would just this on.
Try this one.
Hello? All right, here. I would just say, remember my flow chart. In most cases, blockchain is not going to solve your problem, so don't buy it too deep into the buzz, but there are specific use cases within food and ag systems where it makes sense. So just think pragmatically about that choice, and oftentimes blockchain is the kind of solution looking for a problem. So keep that in mind as you kind of look at this and how it's going to affect your supply chains.
We have time for maybe 1 or 2 more questions. Anybody have a good question out there? No questions? I think we need to break out the coffee here. You're not awake yet. Andy, Christine, thank you for your time. We appreciate all of your input. And let's have a round of applause for our speakers.